As I'm making this video here today, it is the Tuesday before Thanksgiving, and of course also before Black Friday and Cyber Monday. So I thought it might be a good time to lighten things up a little bit and maybe go over some of the products that I have used over the last year or reviewed over the last year that I have really found useful. And also I'm going to throw in a couple of things here up front that might be good stocking stuffers, not just for motorcyclists, but, well, for anybody. Now, I get requests from all kinds of companies and products to do reviews on their products. And many times they are not related to motorcycles. And this is a motorcycle channel, of course. I mean, I've even got kids clothing that I was asked to do and stuffed animals and things, and I'm like, seriously, have you actually watched my channel? Right, and this is kind of one of those products, right? This is a set of cozy comfort earphones from a company called LYTMI, LYTMI, and you can get those on Amazon, and I'll have links to them in the description of this video. Right now, the Black Friday sale, you can get these for $31.99. And the reason I said yes to these was, of course, to show you the kind of things that I get asked to do reviews on. But also, I thought, hey, you never know, these might be a pretty good product, right? And the idea of not having a headphone that goes in your ear canal, but just sits in front of the ear canal, that sounded like a pretty good idea to me. Because when I go to the gym and I want to listen to music, well, you stick those things in your ears and it kind of gets irritating and they fall out a lot and you got to pick them up, and put them back in and all that kind of thing. But these, they just go over the ear and then they sit in front of your ear canal and they work pretty well. Here's what the headphone itself looks like. And as you can see, here's the speaker on the back side. And again, it's just going to sit in front of your ear canal. So you put this over your ear like so, and then again, that speaker just sits right there in front of your ear canal, the hole that goes back in your ear. Right, and again, it's very, very comfortable. And it even works pretty well with my glasses, which is always one of the problems with these kind of things. So as you can see here, I can put the glasses on and they just go right over those earphones with no problem. And they're very comfortable. And these are much more comfortable than the kind that goes in your ear. I've been wearing these out in the yard as I'm raking leaves for the end of this season, and also when I go to the gym. And again, they work pretty well. Now, let me tell you that they are not really great high fidelity earphones, right? They're not really made for listening to good quality music, right? My Sony earphones that go in my ear are much better for that. But if you're looking for spoken word things, like I listen to a lot of podcasts and some books on tape and that kind of thing, well, these work really well for that. Right? Also, they're very comfortable if you want to sleep in them, for example. Sometimes I'll want to listen to the radio when I go to bed. So putting these on, I can actually lay down on them, and again, I don't really feel them at all. So again, that's a big plus for me. Now, of course, these do come with their own rechargeable case, and they Bluetooth your phone very easily. So for 32 bucks, again, I think these might make a good stocking stuffer for somebody that you have on your list. Another thing that I was asked to take a look at and review is this. This is a headlamp from a company called Favorlight. Again, an Amazon retailer out there. And again, I'll have links in the description of this video. And these things go for $29.99 for a pack of 2. Now, the cool thing about these lights is there are several different modes that they come in. So you have a spotlight. Again, that's a floodlight. Again, wider floodlight, all right? And then we have a green, we have red, and flashing red for emergency. All right, so the green and the red light, I'm not a hunter, but what I understand is these are better for hunting at night. The animals do not see, in particular, the red light very well. And some animals, I've read hogs, although I've read different things, are better to hunt with the green light. So that's why you would need these things. Now, they also are nice because they tilt, right? Let me come here and I'll show you. Right, so they actually tilt down, right? So you can change the position of these. Right, so that's pretty cool. And I've actually gone out and used these outside when I was barbecuing out there, right? It gets dark early this time of year, so I'm out there trying to grill steak tips and I can't see anything, so I just turned this light on and it worked pretty well. One other feature these have is that you can turn them on and then wave your hand like this in front, and now you see it turned off. I put the hand up and it turns it on. Again, it turns it off. So again, that's pretty cool. So they also have a memory feature on them. So if you want to use the green light, for example, if you press and hold the button until it turns off, now the next time you turn it on, it'll come back on to that green light. The one downside that I do see of this light is that it is just kind of like an ABS plastic body, but that's what a lot of things are made of nowadays, and they seem to work really well. I mean, the indents for the positioning, they seem to hold pretty solid. Now, of course, over time, you'll have to see how they hold up. But again, for $29.99 for two of them, again, for a kid or for somebody who needs a inexpensive, headlamp, well, I think this is a pretty good deal. So you can check them out, again, in the description of this video. Something I have to keep singing the praises of is this. This is my FANTTIK pump. I've had this now for, I don't know, more than 2 years, and this thing just keeps working great. I use this going all the way to Alaska, and I think I had to charge it once during those 50 days. Now, mostly what I just took it out for was in the morning, I would test my tires. Sometimes they were off a pound. I would, again, pump it up. And then that was it. Again, I got down to about half a charge, about, I don't know, 3/4 of the way through this trip. So I charged this up, so I made sure that I had enough battery power. But other than that, again, this thing worked great. So again, the link down in the description of this video. Another thing I have to bring back and say that I am just still in love with is my unplugged bags. I now have two of them. I have that big 110-liter bag, and now I have a 60-liter bag that comes in black now. So again, these are just great bags. They're tough, rugged. I really like the zippered closure on them. All kinds of great tie downs and cinches on them. Again, really, really nice bag. Again, check out the description in this video. Now, of course, talking about things that I've used over the last year, I have to call attention to my Aerostich DARRIEN jacket. I am just continuing to fall in love with this thing. I now have, I don't know, 15,000, 16,000 miles on this jacket. It is really loosening up. It is really comfortable, and I just love all the features on it. It has been a great jacket. The one thing I got to point out is that if you're going to get this color, this high-vis color, well, you got to be ready to show dirt, right? Dirt just really shows up very easily on this color. So if you don't like that, well, go with a black one. Now, what it does show me, though, is just how much road grime we really get on us when we go out there and ride. Because, said this jacket gets pretty grungy. It's about ready to get washed and unfortunately put away for the year because, well, it's getting to be that time. And while I'm talking about Aerostich, well, I have to talk about this product, right? This is their mid-layer, right? It's a waterproof windstop fabric, and again, this is really great. Using this on my way to Alaska underneath that DARRIEN jacket, again, helped stop a lot of that cold wind, because I was riding in temperatures that were, well, down in the upper 30s and in the 50s most of the time on this trip. Right? And this really, really helped, and it just helps to the extra layer to keep you warm and dry. And speaking of staying dry, well, I've got to call out my lobster claws. Those Aerostich triple-digit gloves. And no, you don't have to get these in the orange, the high-vis orange. You can get them in black as well. But let me tell you, These things, again, like that mid layer that I just showed you, these were lifesavers on that Alaska trip. I spent so much time in the rain. Again, well worth it. And the last Aerostich product I have to call out is, well, of course, these. These are the Aerostich deerskin gloves. And I know a lot of people say I should have got the elk, but they didn't have them in my size when I was in the showroom. So I got the deerskin, and these are just really soft and comfortable. And when you use them in conjunction with those triple-digit gloves, again, they work pretty nice. And the last product I want to talk about in this video is this thing. It's the KRAFT GEEK travel tripod that I did a review on. Now the video did not get a whole lot of views. I guess people on this channel are just not really interested in, photography and those kinds of things. But if you are out there, right, this is a great little tripod to take with you on the road. Doesn't take a lot of space, and it's very, very versatile. You can see here I've actually added a microphone. It doesn't come with this tripod, but you have a place to mount your microphone, and then of course your phone up here. So again, it just makes life of somebody like me who is trying to document their trips, or if you just want to do it for fun. Well, again, this is a great addition to your kit. Hold on, I lied. There is one thing that I figure I should mention before I go, and that's this. This is the Insta360 X3 camera. I shot all of my motorcycle footage on that Alaska trip with this camera. Right, and as I had mentioned in one of my debrief videos after that trip, I try to keep everything simple as possible, and using this 360 camera allowed me to do that. I can shoot forward, I can shoot back, I can move things around to the side, and I think I really like doing that with just that single camera like this, rather than having to carry multiple cameras and worry about them on the entire trip. Again, just the one. It's very nice. Now it does require some extra work when you get back and you want to edit, right? You have to take and reframe all of that video, right? And then take clips out, right? And then, put it into your final product that you're going to create. However, it does make it a lot easier to keep things synced, because I can go out and shoot a section of road, right? Frame it so that I'm looking forward, and then reframe it again so I'm looking backward, and then lay those over the top of each other and switch back and forth during my editing process. And so again, there are a lot of pros to this, and again, a couple of cons in that it does require a little bit more work when you're editing the video. But again, so far for me, it's definitely been worth it. And of course, now they have the X4 out. So again, I'll put a link how to go find that in the description of this video. All right, gang, that's it. Just a few products that I have continued to use and had really good luck with. A lot of new products that I've used over this last year, and again, have just fallen in love with. So everyone, I hope you have a great Thanksgiving. And again, stay safe on that Black Friday if you're going out to the malls and the shopping centers, right? I know I'm not. I'm staying right here at home and staying out of all that craziness. So guys, ride safe and keep squeezing your lemon.